Love is alive in the space between us. Feel that love right now. God speaks out in the words between us. Hear those words right now. I am holy. You are holy. There is beauty between us. Spirit shines in the light between us. See that light right now. Peace is born in the good between us. Be that peace right now. I am holy. You are holy. There is beauty between us. Between us. Faith is the bond that we share between us. Hold that faith right now. Truth is the life in the breath between us. Live that truth right now. We are holy. We are holy. We are holy. We are between us. Love is alive in the space between us. Love is alive between us.
Okay. We never did the mic checks, but okay. Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome, everybody. The old faces and the newbies, we're glad you're here. This is Unity of Melbourne, where we love and accept each other and ourselves, and we heal our world. That's our why. That's why we're here. That's our MO. So I'm going to say it again, and I would love you to repeat it after me. So here we go. Unity of Melbourne loves and accepts itself and others, and we heal our world. Okay, all together. Unity of Melbourne loves and accepts itself and others, and we heal our world. Yeah. And Unity of Melbourne and all of Unity is founded on the power of prayer. So let's begin with prayer. Take a nice deep breath. and we open to a new understanding. Resting in a state of gratitude and faith, we know that nothing is lost or chaotic in our universe, no matter what the appearance. We trust our divinity and the integrity of the universe, holding all of our intentions lovingly in sacred space as our ultimate good is revealed to us. In this moment, we choose to call our souls back from a place of worry to a place of faith and trust in the one power and presence. As we know this peace, we extend it to our present need. In this moment, we choose to call our souls back from fear and limitation to our confident and generous Christ consciousness. As we know this power, we extend it to our present need. In this moment, we choose to call our souls back from the appearance of separation to our essential divine oneness, our unbreakable wholeness. As we know this truth, as we know peace, confidence, and wholeness, we extend it to our present need, to the desire of our hearts, right here and right now. Centered in this truth, the truth of our peace, confidence, and wholeness, we love and accept ourselves and others, and we heal our world. And so it is. Yay. Okay, here we go. As I mentioned before, Unity is founded on the power of prayer. So you can find prayer at Unity in a lot of different places. Do we have chaplains here with us today? I don't see any. Ah, very interesting. But normally we have chaplains here to pray with you. If someone needs to pray after service, you can grab me. I'm a chaplain. Started as a chaplain before I became a licensed teacher. Okay? So that is one thing that's always available to you. If you're a signed up Unity member, chaplains will call you once a month just to leave a prayer, even on your answering machine. So that's one thing. And then, of course, we've got silent unity. Is that up there? No? Yes? Okay. Am I out of sequence? Okay. Well, anyway, silent unity is the prayer arm of big unity, as I call it. Okay? Yeah, and you can call them anytime, day or night, for prayer. So there's even an app you can do on your phone. So for people who are a little bit more modern than I am, that's one way to do it. And of course, we have our own prayer space, prayer time, other than the Sunday service, and that has been moved from Thursday to Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. I'm looking to see if it's up there. No, but okay. And so all you got to do is sign in. The link is probably on Facebook and on our website. So we get together and connect and pray each Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. So lots of ways to sink into unity prayer consciousness. And we would be glad to do that with you and for you. Okay, so we got lots of other stuff going on at Unity, and every class, every group, everything that's going on is really based on prayer as well. So we're giving you information, but we're also honing your prayer consciousness at the same time. Our own Randy Fillmore is doing an abundance course called Living an Abundant Life. That started this week. Or was it last week? Well, anyway. Yeah, it started last week. So this week would probably be the last opportunity for you to sign up. And there's a sign-up slip of paper at the back. So that is one thing that we're offering for you. We're also going to be starting a new conscious living circle, and I'm doing an introductory session for those of you that don't know what conscious living circles are. We currently have 3 of them going on at the church right now. And if you're interested in a group listening practice, that's what this is all about. So there are 2 introductory sessions going on. Again, the sign up in the back if you're interested in learning, just learning about it. You don't have to sign up if you don't want to, but at least find out what we're doing. So, okay, and next week we have a real treat. Here at church, the 4 Agreement series is starting, and that is a book that I think we've done several times here at church, but there's going to be a whole a bunch of Unity churches doing it together, and there it is up there. And there will be a Unity minister doing the Sunday talk, and then there will be a follow-up on that. There's a video for that, no? Yes? Yep.
Hi, I'm Reverend Maggie Alderman, Senior Minister at CCU Orlando. I am really excited to invite you to join us for a fantastic Fall Faith series where we will be using the 4 Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. Our Sundays and Wednesdays are covered throughout the month of October, where we'll be taking an overview look on Sundays and our Sunday lesson. And then we invite you to join us on Wednesday nights to take a deeper dive. All you got to do is click on the Zoom link right here below. Join for when and how you're able. You're going to have wonderful facilitators and names and faces that you might recognize, like Reverend Roxanne Graves, Reverend Kathy Beasley, and Reverend Teresa Curry. It's going to be a great journey into how we can take one of these 4 agreements bit by bit and incorporate them into our spiritual understanding, our soul's growth, and our personal journeys. Join us via Zoom. It's sure to be a great Fall Faith series, and we'll see you there.
So another opportunity for you to learn and grow with Unity. We invite you to that if you are so called. And let's not forget about our children who are meeting way back in the other wing, way back down that long corridor. And we will bless them because they are truly the future of Unity. So join with me, rub your hands together, get your energy going. And I can't hold this and rub at the same time, but you know what I'm doing. So, children of Unity, we love you, we bless you, we appreciate you, and we behold the Christ that you are. And so it is. Whew. Time for a musical break, eh? Yeah.
Think of your fellow man, lend him a helping hand, put a little love in your heart. You see it's getting late, oh please don't hesitate, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Another day goes by, it's still the children cry, put a little love in your heart. If you want the world to know, we won't let hatred grow, put a little love in your heart, and the world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Take a good look around, and if you're looking down, put a little love in your heart. I hope when you decide kindness will be your guide, put a little love in your heart. Sing along, everybody. The world will be a better place, and the world will be a better place for you and me. You just wait and see. Now put a little love in your heart, put a little love in your heart, put a little love in your heart, put a little love in your heart.
I forgot to introduce our speaker. You know, the golden years. Hank Lewis, licensed Unity teacher extraordinaire, and also our Southeast region representative for all these licensed teachers. You're going to enjoy this. Here you go.
Thank you, Maggie. Thank you for the opportunity to be here this morning. It is wonderful to see all of you. It's so cool. The last 2 times I've talked to you was over Zoom. You could see me, but I couldn't see any of you, so I am so happy to see you now. Thank you for the invitation to be here. I do get to, as Maggie said, represent the LUTs on the Southeast Region Board. I get to work with a lot of fascinating people at that place in that way. But I get to work with LUTs like Maggie all the time. She does such a great job here. Paulette, who is now in Illinois somewhere, also, and our newest LUT, I don't know if he's told you guys that or not, but the board did vote him in, is Randy Fillmore, so we're delighted to have Randy on the team now. He will continue doing what he's done and more, I am sure. So for 40 years, I was a Southern Baptist. I went to a Southern Baptist seminary, and while I was there, they told me that a really good talk had 3 points, and then at the end, either a poem or a sad story. Then I went to school with Unity, and Unity said 1 scripture verse, for those who like that, 1 quote from either of the Fillmores, our co-founders, and 20 minutes. George Burns, how many of you remember who George Burns was? You gotta be my category or older, I get it. I actually liked his definition best. He said you should have a really good beginning, a really good ending, and a very short time in between the two. So we'll see which one of those we go with this morning. You never know. Scripture, Ecclesiastes 3, 1 and 2. For everything there is a season and a time for every matter under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which has been planted. Charles Fillmore's quote, checking them off. Order is the first law of the universe. Indeed, there can be no universe unless its various parts are kept in perfect harmony. The Hebrew scripture and the quote from Fillmore both talk about order, which is our power for this month. Order is the ability to organize, sequence, balance, evolve, adjust, and harmonize in the unfolding of our divine good. The power of order is basic. It's required in everything that we do. In Unity, we often talk of divine order. And it is that divine order that most of us understand, that things come from mind to idea into expression. And that is the way the entire earth rotates and stays in balance. It is harmonized, as Fillmore said. There are spiritual laws that don't change whether we acknowledge or like them or not. There's laws like giving and receiving. Most people prefer not to discuss that one. I get it. There's also laws of things like gravity. Well, you know what? Whether you like it or not, it's in effect. Divine order is also in effect, no matter what, whether we acknowledge it or not. And sometimes it's difficult for me to say, that was divine order, because I usually have an attachment to an outcome and how I want something to happen. So the very basics of order, cleaning up. How many of you have a spotless house? Just thought I'd check. I wanted to come see it if you did. So I grew up in what you would call a model home. Any of you ever go and look at houses when they build new subdivisions? They have those model homes. They look perfect, like nobody lives there. That's the way my house growing up looked. You could always tell that the carpet had been vacuumed. There was no dust anywhere. Everything was in its place, except for my room. My room as a teenager and younger looked like a cyclone went through it all the time. To the point that my dad used to come by and say things sweet and endearing like, if you don't clean this mess up, I'm going to get a dump truck just to come put outside the window and throw it all in there. So I'd clean up, it'd stay that way for a couple of days, and we'd move on. But my parents' house was always in order. So when my mom made her transition, my brother and I got together and thought, this is going to be easy. We're just going to clean out, decide what we want, and get rid of the rest. Yeah. So it looked like a model home on the inside. But there was a storage area underneath the house. And there was an attic that went the entire length of that house. And they were both full. Some of us can relate. I think I'm grateful we don't have an attic, John. But it was full of stuff. It took my brother and I 2 days to go through everything. We touched everything that had been meaningful to my parents. My mother had kept every report card I got as a kid. From the ones that said he was a lovely child. That was our first grade teacher. She lived next door. What else was she going to say? To my fourth grade teacher who said, he likes to entertain and doesn't wish to be quiet ever in class. Yeah, that hasn't changed a whole lot. Just thought I'd throw that out there for you. Fifth grade, all A's, because the fourth grade was mostly C's and D's. I learned something in the process about order. If you do your work, you did well. If you entertained all day, you didn't do quite as well. But my brother and I are going through the house, and we're touching each object, and we're putting it aside. Either we're keeping it, we're sending it to the children's home, or we're just dumping it. I had a great aunt who did painting by number and sent them to all of her brothers and sisters. We probably had 10 or 15 of those lovely paintings by number. We didn't know what to do with them. They had meant something to my grandmother. They didn't mean much to us, so into the truck they went. 5 trips to the dump later, we had the house cleaned up. It was at the point that we could sell it. So the queen right now of cleaning up is Marie Kondo. You guys know who she is? She's the one who says we should touch each item, think it's for its service to our home, and then decide, does it bring me joy or not? And based on whether or not it brings me joy, I either keep it or get rid of it. It's kind of a simplified version of what she does, but that's basically it. So your first decision in the power of order is to decide, I want to tidy up and clean up my home. That's usually where I mess up. I don't really care. I have a lot of stuff. I don't have an attic. We're in Florida, so I don't have an underground area to hide things. But we have a 2-car garage that you might get a Matchbox car in if you tried really, really hard, but you're not going to get a real car in there because I got junk. And I keep it, and I hold on to it. And I never look at it and go, does this bring me joy? Because I don't even know what's in some of those boxes anymore. My grandparents gave us a lot of stuff. If you said to my grandmother, I like that item, the next time you came over, your name would be on a sticker on the bottom of it. We got lots of stuff. I inherited so much china and silver and crystal from my grandmother and my mother that I can to this day seat 32 people with all of it. We never use it, but it's there. And I've held on to it because of the sentimental value of it. John, my partner who is here with us this morning, was asked once what our dining room looked like. His reply was, Southern old lady. He was totally right. Everything in there belonged to my mother or my grandmother, one or the other. All this stuff. And you see, when my mother had made her transition, I promised myself I wouldn't collect junk and nobody would ever have to go through my stuff like I just did hers. Yet I walk in that garage and I look around and I know that 10 years later, somebody's going to have to go through all that junk. And I'm going to tell you that it's not John's. It's almost all my junk. I just hang on to it. Whether it's a thought of lack or a fear of scarcity or that sentimentality thing that I mentioned, I'm hanging on to my junk. Why? It's a lack of order. That is the most simple way to look at it. I haven't gone from the I know I need to clean up in my mind to an idea and an actual manifestation or expression where I clean up. Now, we've cleaned up a lot. We've been in the same house almost 20 years now, and we've cleaned that garage multiple times. Still a lot of junk, a lot of stuff that I need to get rid of. So what's the point? You may be wondering that. That's the easy stuff. This is stuff in my garage. This is junk sometimes. Valuable possessions others. I don't know. I'd have to open the boxes to find out. But what about our life? Let's look at order in our life. Easy to say I got a lot of stuff in the garage. A little harder for me to say I got a lot of stuff in me. So when I think of order and divine order, and I look around in myself, I can find a lot of junk still. Things that I need to release and let go of. Things that need to be put aside and tossed out of my life. Things that I simply need to release. We sing songs like I release and I let go. I let spirit run my life. But I still hold on to things in my heart. I still hold on to things in my body. I hold on to trauma from when I was a kid simply because I don't want to deal with it. But reality is, to get rid of that, to live in divine order, it has to go. A couple of years ago, I went in to have knee surgery. And I've been working with a doctor, and I liked him a lot. And a week before the surgery was supposed to happen, I got a phone call that said, "We can't do your surgery. We've let that doctor go. He doesn't work here anymore." Okay. So I've done all the paperwork where I work to make sure everything's good. I've taken care of everything I know to. And I'm a little ticked off that I suddenly can't get this done. So I find out that the doctor was charged with Medicare fraud. Yeah. So I get another doctor who's agreed that within a couple of days he could do the surgery. And I go over to the church that I was going to, CCU Orlando, and I said to Dorothy Moore, who was our pastoral care person, I'm really ticked off. I can't believe after all this planning and all this work that I can't do this on my schedule. Dorothy is wise. And she looked at me and said, somebody's going to cut your body open and expose your body to everything around you. Do you really want somebody who was convicted or who's been accused of fraud doing that for you? Kind of took a step back. And then she goes, that's divine order. The universe looking after you. The universe taking care of you. That is order. We look at it as things that are simple, like cleaning the house. But reality is the power of order takes place in us every day. It does keep the world going around, but it keeps us going around too. So this morning I ask you, not how much junk do you have at home, but how much junk are you carrying around? Is it time to release it and let it go? Is it time to get all the mess out of your system? Last week, you had Reverend Cynthia Alice here, and she did forgiveness 70 times 7, I think is the title of that talk. She talked about how we have to forgive others. And we're not doing it for them, we do it for ourselves. Perhaps there are people that you need to release as well. We think about things, but sometimes people are the problem. And we can look at them, thank them for being a part of our life, and lovingly release them to what's next for them and what's next for us. And if we need to do forgiveness work around that, then that's on us, and we need to get busy doing it. 70 times 7, that's a large number, and it's a metaphysical number, so it means infinity forever. We clean out. We observe the power of order by eliminating those things. We find a new location for ourselves, a place where we are in order, and then we can move forward and share with others. I read a story about a florist who wasn't very organized, and a person called and ordered flowers for a friend who was opening a new office. And when the person that ordered them got there, he saw the flowers sitting on the counter, and there was the big ribbon across it that said, "Rest in peace." He wasn't very happy with that florist. So on his way home, he went by and said to the florist, "You made a mistake, and this made me look bad." And the florist said, "Well, I guess it could be worse. You could have been the person who was supposed to be told to rest in peace, but had a big arrangement that said, 'Congratulations on your new location.'" We sometimes need a new location, even within ourselves, to clean up, to clear out, to forgive, to let go, to release. We need to just think about that new location sometimes. How powerful can we be when we're allowing divine order to work in us and through us? We need balance. We need an evolution of our soul. And to live in peace, sometimes we just need to let it go. To let people go, to let things go. We have the power to forgive. We have the power to release and let go. We have the power to organize, sequence, balance, harmonize, adjust, and do all of that for our own divine good. We have to realize that order holds the universe together, and it holds us together as well. Because for everything, there is a season. And sometimes it's the season of letting go. Will you join me now in a time of meditation? Today's daily word is let go and let God. When we think about letting go and letting God run things, that is divine order. We are ordering our life so that we have everything that we need in the order that we need it, in the way that we need it. And sometimes it means letting go of others. Sometimes it means releasing stuff. But always, it means that we allow the indwelling divine presence to be in charge and to rule our life. It allows us to truly let go, not running away from things that we're fearful of, and not running away from things that we're nervous about, but letting go of the things that no longer serve us. So this morning I invite you, what doesn't serve you anymore? Go back a week. What do you need to forgive? Who do you need to forgive? What do we need to let go of? so that divine order is ruling in our life. What do we need to do? And I invite you now to join me in a time of silence as we ask that question of the indwelling Christ. What is it that I need to do? Release and let go. And as you come back now into this present moment, into this time, consider whatever it is we need to do to be in divine order. And so it is. Amen.
Here is my breath. Here is my life. Here in this moment, here is God. Here is my breath. Here is my life. Here in this moment, here is God. Here is my breath. Here is my life. Here in this moment, here is God. Here is my breath. Here is my life. Here in this moment, here is God.
Yep, God is here. God is all of us. And two important attributes of God are abundance and generosity. And this is a time in our service when we celebrate abundance and generosity. And just like there are multiple ways to access prayer at Unity of Melbourne and the growth processes of classes and groups, there are many ways that you can also give to share your abundance and generosity with Unity of Melbourne. I can't memorize this, so I'm going to read it to you. If you're really modern and probably young, you can text to donate. And it's up on your screen, so I'm not going to read the number, and it's probably on our website as well. So just make sure you specify Unity Church of Melbourne, which we don't usually use, but for texting you have to specify Unity Church of Melbourne, okay? You can also use the donate button on our website, and Joseph will post a link to Facebook and YouTube where you can, that will take you directly to the donation page. That's really fast and easy. You can also mail a check to the church. Remember, checks, paper checks, the old-fashioned way. And of course, you can also drop a donation in the basket on the way out. Now that's real old-fashioned. So we invite you to express your generosity and abundance, to share what is good with us, And that will be a wonderful thing to do. So we are going to have our prosperity song now. And this is more than just a song. This is kind of like a body prayer. Yeah, and so take it away. Here we go. And it'll be up on your screen, so I invite you to dance along with us.
Yeah, there's cards in front of the chairs in front of you. So let's give it a go. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. I think I messed up there. I'm so grateful, I'm so grateful. Here we go. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
Yeah. And so we bless those offerings, no matter how it comes to Unity of Melbourne. Hold your way of sharing your generosity in your heart. And we bless what you give, what you share. We see it pressed down, shaken up, growing, growing, overflowing this basket, overflowing this church into our community and into the world. And since you, all of us, each one of us is the church, we are grateful, grateful to Unity of Melbourne. And so it is. Okay, what else we got to do here? All right. Hey.
Microphone, Maggie.
Microphone.
Thank you. People online can't hear.
Hello. Okay, did you hear that blessing? You probably did. No, you didn't hear it. Well, I'm getting a no from Randy and a yes from the other people. So, okay, we just blessed everything you're giving us, no matter how you're giving it, because it will overflow. That's one of the laws, right? Put it in, it goes further. And certainly there is all kinds of need out there. And Unity of Melbourne is there, right? Loving and accepting ourselves and each other and healing our world. And generosity is part of that. So thank you. Okay, so we've had a busy service, yes? Next week, the 4 agreements are landing here at Unity of Melbourne with Reverend Vernell Nelson, who will be doing the first agreement, which is be impeccable with your word. So we invite you to be here for that. And online, if you can't. I'd love to thank Reverend Hank. Reverend Hank, yes, of course you are. We'll call him Reverend Hank, right? For an inspiring talk. Just flitted through my mind that he was a Baptist. So, yes, all right. We'll thank, of course, our awesome music team, which supports us and floats us up on wings of song, as the old Unity songbook used to say. We do have our prayer chaplains here now. There's Chris and Pat and Anne. So they are there to serve you if you would like to after service. And I think that's it. Is there something I missed? Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, so we're going to pull apart Hank's wonderful talk. You get a chance to actually ask him questions because he'll be here for that. And that will happen at 11:45, right? Good. So we invite you to do that if you'd like, both online and in person. And I think what Joseph posted the link for that as well. So, okay. Wonderful. Okay, so we'll end as usual with our prayer for protection. That old favorite prayer. And we're going to put our new modern twist on it, as I call the amplified prayer for protection. So, the light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects me. We are the power. And the presence of God watches over me. And we are that power. Whoever God is, that is, and so it is. And all is divine. Can you tell I can't see the screen back there on these glasses? You got to love me anyway, right? Okay. Okay. So, and we are going to end our service with another wonderful old song, which reminds me of my early Unity days. Let there be peace on earth. Take it away.
Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as our Father, brothers all are we. Let me walk with my brother in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my solemn vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me.
Love is alive in the space between us. Feel that love right now. God speaks out in the words between us. Hear those words right now. I am holy. You are holy. There is beauty between us. Spirit shines in the light between us. See that light right now. Peace is born in the good between us. Be that peace right now. I am holy. You are holy. There is beauty between us. Love is alive between